to the jams. That's right, man. Lost 45 again. One of the records I couldn't wait to get to, man. It's time to get down, Mr. DJ. Midnight Star with Midas Touch. This was a definitely radio-friendly pop R&B record, but it didn't do anything here in the States. Only got as high as number 43, I think, on Billboard's Hot 100. Should have been a little bit higher. This is just a feel-good record. You turn on the radio, and you heard it, or you heard it in the nightclub, and say, man, I feel good, man. Song puts me in a fantastic mood. Let's get out on the dance floor. Midnight Star with Midas Touch at number 9 on my fantasy playlist, down from number 3. I picked this song out at number 3 on my fantasy playlist. Did a lot better on my fantasy playlist than it did on the Hot 100. But the song went to number 8 in England. It was their biggest hit in England. Midnight Star's biggest hit in England was Midas Touch. On my fantasy playlist, November 29, 1986. They were students at Kentucky State University, formed in the late 70s. It was start out as a 6 or 7 person band. Reggie Calloway, going to talk about Reggie Calloway in just a minute, and Brenda Lipscomb, she sang lead on some of the records, or sang in harmony, front and center. And later on, Vincent Calloway, younger brother of Reggie Calloway, was added to the group Midnight Star. Their debut album was in 1980 called Beginnings, and 1981 they came out with their second album. Reggie Calloway, not only was in the group, he produced their hits. And some of the early R&B hits like Hot Spot, I've been watching you back in the early 80s, but it's either their 4th or 5th album, but this was the big one for them. No Parking on the Dance Floor. I mean, you talk about great novelty R&B records, No Parking on the Dance Floor. It was a jam. This would have been a fun song to play on the FM stations. But it was considered too, I can't say it. It's stiffed at number 81 on Billboard's Hot 100. No Parking on the Dance Floor, the record. Should have been much bigger. Just give it a listen to it on YouTube. You might get into it. Some of the other cuts off that album, though, was Freakazoid. That was a big one for them on R&B. Went to number 66 on Billboard's Hot 100. These were more club songs, I guess, than they were, suitable for FM Top 40 airplay. But of course, the R&B stations were on them pretty good. Wet My Whistle was another song off of No Parking on the Dance Floor. That was a pretty big hit for Midnight Star. And No Parking on the Dance Floor. Yes. Their biggest American hit was Operator. That was in late 84, into the winter, maybe into the spring of 1985. That cracked the top 20, but that was it. And then their 6th album, either their 5th or 6th album, was Headlines, and that yielded Midas Touch. After that album came out, Reggie and his younger brother, Vincent Calloway, had some differences with the other band members. They left, and they created their own act called the Callaways, and they had this fantastic R&B record back in the spring of 1990 called I Want to Be Rich. That will be coming up on a future fantasy playlist. But right now, on my fantasy playlist, November 29, 1986, got the Midas Touch by Midnight Star.